For Glenn Curtis, building and selling airplanes was not enough. He wanted people to understand the excitement and beauty of flying his aircraft. Starting with the first sale of an airplane to the Aeronautical Society of New York in 1909, Glenn Curtis agreed to teach America to fly. The Curtis School first trained U.S. Navy pilots, helping to create a strong air wing for the military. He created the world-famous Curtis Jenny, which has flown here at Owensboro in the past. These flying schools trained some of the finest aviators in the world and the world had ever seen, and used Robins to do so. Afterwards, the Curtis Flying Schools merged into the Curtis Flying Service, continuing well up to the beginning of World War II. After Lindbergh's successful 1927 Atlantic crossing, Curtis designed the Robin to capitalize on the new popularity of aviation. It was a simple cabin monoplane designed with seats for a pilot in the front and two passengers in the back. The dependable and inexpensive Curtis Robin became one of the most commercially successful civil airplanes of its time, with 769 produced from 1928 to 1930. It was the most produced Curtis aircraft in the period between World Wars I and II.
Ayansh. Hey, Jai Shri Krishna Kaji. Jai Shri Krishna.
For an unusual flying endurance flights, actually.
3.
In 1929, Red Jackson and Forrest O'Brien spent nearly 17 days circling over St. Louis, Missouri without landing. That record was surpassed in 1935 by brothers Fred and Al Key, who flew their Robin for some 27 continuous days. There's a lot of questions that have to be answered for that. One of them was how they get fuel. Well, it was delivered from another Robin by a hose. Mail, food, oil, and spare parts came by container tied on the end of a rope. And today, that Robin, named Old Miss, resides at the Smithsonian Air and Space Museum in Washington, D.C. Then in 1930, Dale Red Jackson performed over 400 consecutive slow rolls in his Robin. That was a feat. But the most famous Robin may be that of Douglas Wrong-Way Forrest, who flew the Atlantic to Ireland after announcing his destination was Los Angeles. These endurance flights showed not only the reliability of the Robin, but the dependability of aircraft in general during the 1930s. In the history of American aviation, this single aeroplane, and I say aeroplane because that's what they called it back in those days, A-E-R-O, aeroplane, showed the American public what endurance, stability, and performance were all about. Today, of the 769 Curtis Robins that were built, 19 fly today.
Come here.
That's really testament to a great airplane. The Curtis Robin is operated by the non-profit Friends of Vintage Flight in Bowling Green, and it controls today an aviator who's known as Justin Tidwell.
Whoa!
The Robin will continue to the Owensboro Airfield, which is behind us. Let's get turned around.
Whoa!
We'll get the Curtis Robin turned back toward the airport.
Now back to plane.
As we have one more lap around from the Curtis Robin, we'll get a chance to see it and hear it one more time. This is a rare airplane. This is a hunk of history here, and I'm going to get my camera going on it as Justin Tidwell brings the Curtis Robin back.
Wow.
Justin operates a flying school of his own. And it is so good to have him flying this one. All right. One more photo pass from the right. He's going to get it turned around, come right by us in front, and then make a left turn out and go right back to the airport. This is great stuff as far as I'm concerned. I really, really like it. Our air boss, Boyd Martin, just cleared him to talk to the tower. He's headed back to the hangar. And how about a nice round of applause for the Curtis Robin, Justin Tidwell, and the story of Wrong Way Forever. We've just got a couple of moments before we bring in the next aircraft. And that aircraft is known as the Joint Strike Fighter, or the F-35 Lightning II. Now that II means that the name Lightning has been used on other aircraft. And it actually got its name from two different Lightning airplanes. One from World War II, the P-38 Lightning, flown, well, it was the airplane flown by America's leading ace in World War II, Lieutenant Richard Long from Superior, Wisconsin, right next to Duluth, Minnesota. And it was also, and by the way, Richard Long scored 40 aerial victories in World War II. The other airplane after which the Lightning II is named is the electric Lightning from the Royal Air Force. Both of these aircraft lent their name to what is right now the most transformational and advanced single-engine fighter airplane in the world.
Ayansh, enjoy the water. It's a beautiful fountain.
The F-35 Lightning II
It's like coming up,
began as
coming
a
up.
desire on the part of the Department of Defense in the mid-1990s to build one airplane that could serve as an airframe for all three American air services. The United States Air Force, the United States Navy, and also the United States Marine Corps.
કેટલી બધી પબ્લિક આવી છે.
And today,
And now it's hot too.
now, there's a book out about the F-35 Lightning II, and
बड़े नसीबों से चुराया है मैंने किस्मत